IWGP Tag Team Champions. This to me feels like one of these two teams is going to pin the Bullet Club, and then we're going to see something at Invasion Attack. Probably, I'm going to go with the Kingdom, actually. I don't know why.
Smart pick. To qualify my last Matt Sydal comment, there's obviously a reason he wasn't performing in WWE for so many years. Back to this match. I don't like this. I don't love this match. I'll put the word love instead of like, 'cause I think it's interesting. And I think Kingdom has shown some promise, it sounds like, from the couple matches I've seen from him. I like Bennett. I like Taven. And they've been working well together, it seems. I heard their Atlanta match with the Briscoes, which is almost a no-brainer at this point that Briscoes are going to have a good match. But, yeah, I think they're the team to win. They're a team that could definitely go to Invasion Attack and wrestle against the Bullet Club.
Yeah, I mean, there are two guys who just toured New Japan. So, why not? Why not? Set them up for something. Maybe they win the titles at Invasion Attack, Sam.
Well, that'd be interesting. That'd be really
interesting. It would be very, very interesting. But, speaking of the Kingdom, Maria Kanellis will be taking on ODB, Sam. Well, I guess the acronym is now One Dirty Briscoe.
Wow. Okay. I don't know what to think of this. This is something that's happening. That's what I'm going to say.
There's a thing that is happening. And the final match that is listed on the card, Sam, for this Sunday. There's a lot of matches on this goddamn show. But, Mr. Ring of Honor, Roderick Strong, taking on his former teammate in the decade, BJ Whitmer.
I'm
going to put it to you like this. I like Roderick Strong. I don't like BJ Whitmer.
I think Roderick Strong had an underrated 2014. I think it was consistently good. I think he's going to have another underrated year. I don't think that match with BJ Whitmer is going to get him that talk, though, of being real good.
No. Maybe Drew Galloway will do a run-in and we'll get like a crossover feud. I'm probably, asking for too much. Hoping for too much.
I think you are.
A guy can dream.
We can dream. That's all right. We can.
That is this Sunday. Once again, Ring of Honor 13th Anniversary Show live on pay-per-view. You know what? I'm going to order it. I'm going to watch it. And I'll live tweet it for everybody on the 4C radio feed. So, join the fun, man. It's going to be a good time. Going to be a good time. I think we might see one or two new champions, and of course we'll get Samoa Joe. Who knows what's going to happen? Muscle busters all around.
Muscle busters.
Absolutely. Real quick, Sam, another guy that apparently has parted ways with a major company. Finally, Rey Mysterio is no longer with the WWE. Even after the release, I saw people still using the Free Rey hashtag, which that's not how it works. Like, he was freed. So
this is how it works. There was some Twitter activism got Rey freed. They did what they said they would do.
There you go.
Yeah, I think it's gonna be. Obviously, I think his destination is pretty clear. Lucha Underground and AAA. Yeah.
Absolutely. Apparently, speaking of AAA, has scheduled a press conference for March the 15th.
I wonder what that could be about.
Yeah, I wonder. Obviously, we knew for a long time that this was coming, and this is what was going to happen when it was released. AAA, of course, its home promotion from years ago. And Lucha Underground. Why not? Why not? That's Lucha Underground's going to have an interesting year too with all these free agents.
now the thing they're going to have to do is start bringing in the viewers.
Absolutely.
But I think them being on Unimass with Rey Mysterio, I could draw some viewers.
There you go. Yes, for those of you who did not follow along today, Rey Mysterio very unceremoniously placed in the alumni section of the WWE.com website, which there you go. He's been trying to get out of his contract for a while. So technically there was no actual release. His contract just expired, and everybody just went on about their separate ways. So, a couple months ago, what was this, back in, whenever Triple Mania was, we saw Rey Mysterio. It was all over YouTube. He had a video to close out the show, if I believe, Sam.
Yes.
If I remember correctly.
Never made it on the pay-per-view. I think it started on the pay-per-view, and then it cut. They were like, we can't do that.
Yeah. Just enough to get everybody talking, and then, of course, somebody had the good sense to whip out their phone and put it up on the YouTube for everybody to see. So, of course, I didn't know what the hell he was saying.
He's talking Spanish.
That's all right.
What's up with that?
Yeah. So there you go. Let me ask you this, because Rey Mysterio is pushing 40. Very obviously, his best days are behind him. As far as what we're used to seeing when we saw a very young Rey Mysterio. Obviously he's going to be a draw, Sam. Obviously either way, but how much can he contribute? As far as in ring.
Maybe wrestle twice a year.
So special attraction kind of guy.
Yeah, definitely a special attraction kind of guy. And he can be on the programming consistently. But at the same time, he's definitely not going to be a consistent wrestler. He's going to be more of an on-screen character, probably. And that's how I view him. I feel that's the direction he probably should go for his body's sake at this point. Otherwise, we won't be seeing him anyway, because he'll probably get injured. Because that's not even a joke. That's just simply his body is mangled to the point where him trying to get in the ring full time, I think would be a disaster for him.
Yeah, this is one of those things, man. I mean, I like Rey, but if the wind blows hard enough at this point, he's going to be out 6 to 8 months with a knee injury. So, there's not much you can do about that.
Yeah.
He innovated a style, and he made a shit ton of money off of that style, and his body paid the price for it.
I think once he started to learn how to work smarter for his body, it was a little too late.
Yeah. But, hey, a two-time world champion, former WWE champion. I would say probably the most famous luchador of all time at this point.
Yeah.
So, there you go.
Especially in America.
It's a coup. Yeah, especially here in America. Now, let me ask you this. Is he going to wrestle in Lucha Underground? Now, I think if he wrestles, it'll be in AAA, but what are the odds that he wrestles for Lucha Underground?
I don't think that's happening. I don't think that's happening unless Lucha Underground gets hit by a massive spike in the ratings to make it worth it. I don't think that they got the cash enough for a Rey wrestling match.
That'd be a tough one. I mean, I don't know. Yeah, I mean, unless AAA can somehow work that into their deal, where he wrestles once. I don't think he'll wrestle for Lucha Underground until they have, like, a live special or something. Pay-per-view, something.
He can just be that Conan character. Well, not the actual character, but that guy who's just there. He doesn't do anything that's...
No, now I want to see him come in as Conan. Like NWO version Conan.
He'll just have a mask that says Conan. It'll be great.
Speaking of Conan, very interesting, Sam. My brother moved in with me a couple weeks ago. And I mentioned this on Twitter last night. Have very odd viewing habits on the WWE Network. And last night we watched WCW Mayhem 1999.
Why?
I don't know.
Okay.
So it wasn't my choice. I started with NXT. And after NXT was over, I got up and went out of the room for a few minutes. I came back and there we are with Jeff Jarrett. Powers that be and standards and practices and guitars and Chris Benoit. And interesting times, man. That or a lot of 2009 WWE.
That's an odd. These are odd choices.
Yeah, they are. I don't know. I mean, hey, to each his own.
Do you please?
Yeah. I mean, now I've got two TVs in 4CR headquarters. I can watch, whatever I want out here at this point. But
absorb all the wrestling.
yes. None of it will be Mayhem 99.
Probably good call.
It's featured like a 15-minute Buff Bagwell segment.
Wow. That's fantastic. I'm glad. WCW knew what they were doing. That's why they won the war.
He got beat down in the locker room by Jeff Jarrett in standards and practices. Right before his match with Curt Hennig, which was one of these weird gimmicks where if Curt Hennig got pinned, he could lose by DQ or submission or whatever, but if he got pinned and his shoulders touched the mat, he had to retire from pro wrestling. So they showed this video package of him losing via countouts or submission or winning by DQ. And, apparently Buff Bagwell was the man for the job. He pinned him with the what is it called? The Buff Blockbuster. After about 10, 12 minutes.
I thought you were about to say 40 minutes. And I was getting really excited.
Yeah, and, that's what was going on in my house last night.
WCW should have won the war. That's what that tells you right there. They knew what compelling television looked like.
Evan Courageous and his braids versus Disco Inferno for the Cruiserweight title, Sam, with Tony Marinara.
Marinara?
Yes, he was Tony Marinara. Of course, Tony Mamaluke from the FBI in ECW. And very briefly in the WWE. But Tony Marinara. Tony Marinara.
Tony Mamaluke, former RH Tag Team Champion.
That's right. Former ROH champions that appear on TV each week. Jamie Noble is one of them. CM Punk is not. So suck it.
Jamie Noble needs to be more wrestling. Get him in there. Get him in the ring.
Yeah, I mean, put him up against Daniel Bryan again.
Yeah.
Give me 15 minutes.
Just throw J&J Security against Cesaro Gunn. It'll be great. It'll be fantastic. Everyone wants to see it. That's a WrestleMania caliber match right there.
So I'm going with Cesaro Gunn. I like that name, Sam. Thank you for bringing that to my attention.
I don't remember who made it up. So, yeah. I'm not going to give credit where it's due. Because I'm a terrible human being.
That's like Lost and Found. Like if you, put something in Lost and Found, but you claims that after 30 days you can make it your own. So, just, a couple more weeks you can tell people that you did it. Why not?
I'm going to consider myself a trendsetter,
I don't even know where were we? We were talking about Rey Mysterio possibly wrestling for Lucha Underground or AAA or whatever the case was. So
then we talked about Tony Mamaluke. Then we talked about your brother's viewing habits.
Yeah, we went off on a little tangent there, Sam. Very interesting stuff. Very interesting stuff.
Quite.
So, I got an email today, Sam. I got 2 emails. I was very excited.